it's Nikc here, and welcome back to a vlog. Standing's kind of weird. Thank goodness I did remember to put on pants before I did this. Usually in my other videos I've never had to wear pants before, so this is a new thing. But yeah, as you just saw, I was working on a little guitar pedal of mine. It's an Ibanez little drive pedal back from the 80s actually. Has really nice sound, but it has this problem where it wouldn't go off, and I found that when I opened it up, the ground wire from the button wasn't connected to the output. I was like, oh, I saw the soldering was broken, so I opened it up, I resoldered it, thought, that's gonna fix it. Wrong! So anyways, I screwed with it for a while. I just plugged it in and tried it again. I still can't get it to go off, so I might take it here in a few weeks to my friend Wendy. He knows everything there is to know about instrument pedals, so anyways, what are we doing today, you might ask? Well, there's a vacuum behind me, and I'm probably gonna vacuum this room, and I might make you guys watch it, which would be really exciting. Someone gave me two of these lovely Dell monitors, and so one of my monitors on my computer is a lot nicer than this, and one of my monitors on my computer is a lot worse than this, but I'm gonna go for this is kind of a middle of the road kind of deal. The one's not nicer, but they don't match the two I have. I have two of these and they match, and I think I'd really prefer to have two monitors of the same resolution, so I'm gonna switch them out. If I absolutely hate it, I'll probably just switch back to my old ones. We'll see. That's what I'm going to do today, though, and I'm going to clean this room because it is a mess. Yes, this is the best angle of this room right now. No joke. So there's a coffee table right here, and my brother was here a few weeks ago, or a week ago, and we're like, let's play some board games. And we're like, it's this coffee table. And like, well, there's a bunch of stuff on it. He's like, just literally, no joke, just pushes it all off the side. And not really, he actually picked it up and laid it off the side. But he picked it up, laid it off on the side, we just put it on the floor, and I haven't dealt with it. Let's do this thing! Alright, so this isn't a very attractive angle at all, but it kind of will give you a nice idea of the madness that currently is my desk, so. Yes, my monitor is VGA. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye. For those of you who've watched my videos for a long time, this might feel kind of surreal, but this is the angle I see everything from. Out with the old, in with the new. Whew, that's tall. Problem solved. Cool. This is the part of the show where I give up on quality and just attempt to, if you can see what's happening, that's a success. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Woo! Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know if you all can see this, but they're very different colors. Like, very different. This one's more white, like true white, maybe a little blue. This one's very yellowed. Holy crap! These things get so bright! I'm sorry to all the trees in the world, but I'm gonna have to run these things at max brightness because they're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So that's that for the monitors. I think they're just gonna have to look a little different. I was messing with them, and I think this one is probably just a little older from what I can tell because it's a little less bright, or maybe it's just had a rougher life, but they're just ever so slightly different, but it's really not a big deal. My last monitors looked a ton different too, so this is closer how these look now than my last ones look, so I'm not going to complain about it, especially because, well, they're free. So if I had paid for it, it may be a different topic, but yeah, that's cool. I really like how they look. They're super slick looking, I like that they both match. They have a nice matte finish, which my last ones were matte finish, but this is a much nicer finish than the one cheap one. So I really like that they both are the same. They're wider than my last monitors, which is kind of different. I think they might be a little taller too, actually. It's roughly the same resolution. These are actually a little wider than 16 by 9, so which is a little weird. So my last ones actually weren't 16 by 9; they're 16 by 10. So it's a little weird to get used to, I think, but I like it. You know, it looks really sharp. I think the pixel density is a lot better on these, so I'm pretty happy. It's pretty cool. So yeah. Okay, so I was sitting here messing with wires. I noticed something awesome. So before, I've had this wire here and this really long one here that goes to my microphone that I had to run under my desk. Well, just saw on the back side of these things, they got USB ports. So I ran a USB cable just down with the monitor cable, which I was gonna have to run monitor cable that way anyways. And now I can plug my webcam in with the short cable rather than the extension, which will hopefully keep me from bumping the cable when I'm recording and knocking my webcam out. And then my microphone plugs in right here also. Got both of my things right there where I need them. And if I want to, what I might do, I'll have some USB ports here to use for, like, you know, thumb drives or whatever I feel like it. So it's pretty cool. Saves me a lot of cable management. This is kind of a mess right now. I'm fixing this up now. But yeah, cable management's a lot easier and cleaner now. And now it's time for Story Time with Nick. Today we're checking out Crucial Conversations. This is one of my favorite books. I haven't even finished it yet, but let me just tell you. I haven't finished this book yet, but it's one of my favorite books, which is saying something, because my favorite book is The Lord of the Rings. And then The Hunger Games. No, not really. Anyways, I think this is a book everyone should read, and I don't just say that, I feel say it a lot. It's not because it's a great read or you'll have a lot of fun with it. It is an extremely challenging book. It'll make you kind of question the way you communicate with people. And yeah, it's brilliant. It helps you deal with conversations, stressful, intense conversations, hard conversations to have, which is what the whole book's about. So let me just give you a little bit of it. Right off the bat, you can tell this is going to be a fantastic book, because look at this quote. The simple biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. That's gold. So what is a crucial conversation, and who cares? I'm not going to talk about everything the book says, but basically with that first introduction, it kind of describes what they've defined as a crucial conversation. That's a conversation where you're not agreed on something. There's some sort of disagreement or difference in opinion, and the stakes are high. For instance, your boss does something immoral that you're questioning the ethics of, and you have to approach him about it. You got to have what they would call a crucial conversation. Something where the stakes are high, you could lose your job over this, questioning his authority, but it's something you have to do. Or maybe you're in the wrong even in this case. It's any conversation, serious conversation where, like, opinions vary and the ramifications of how that conversation ends could be big. I don't exactly know where copyright laws fall with books, but I want to give you another example directly from the book that I think is even a better one. This is a more social one. And it's like, you throw a block party, and your spouse comes to you the next day, and you're talking at the party, and she suddenly gets mad at you, or he, and says like, oh, well, you were flirting with that person over there. Like, oh, it was so disgusting, you were practically making out, And that's your spouse. And to you, you really feel like, what? I was just being polite, like, I wasn't flirting. And at that moment, you would, like the book is saying, you'd have to have a crucial conversation, or you could, ruin the relationship over nothing. There's a difference in opinion. You perceive that situation very differently. Someone's hurt by it, and the stakes are high in that conversation. I mean, if you approach that the wrong way and just like disregard your spouse's feelings over that issue, you're disregarding how she feels about it, or he, and you could be really destructive to your relationship. And this is what the book's about. This is why the book is brilliant. It is the best tool I've read probably ever for working on relationships and dealing with hard conversations, which you have with most long relationships you have with people. That gives me an idea!
Alrighty, wow. been a little while since I've had this set up. So, I actually have 4 songs never released on YouTube. I'm not going to play them all to you now because there's actually 2 of them I'd love to actually release. Maybe 3 of them. One of them, the one I'll start with, is one I have no intention of releasing because it's a little irrelevant now, but a couple years ago, a certain movie came out, more than a couple years ago. It got really popular, and actually, it was before I had seen the movie. Weirdly enough, I heard this one song that was going a little bit viral, from the movie, and I was like, I should write a parody of that. I really loved the song, and I thought it was great. I wasn't just doing it because I thought it'd be good for hits. It was really just like, that'd be a fun song to write a parody of. So I wrote this great parody, but I never really got I was supposed to have an animation done. I never was able to get it done, and I didn't really want to release it without some quality video to go along with it. So you might recognize it.
The moon shines down on the piggies tonight, not a zombie to be seen.
So low.
But it is dig a hole, no surface holes no more. No light, no sheep, no wolves for me.
I did about 60 takes of that line.
Dig a hole, my life is moving from the air to underground. Dig a hole, don't stay above for long. Let the war rage on. Leaving my house for a hole today.
Yes, I'm aware that at this point in the internet's history, that song has been parodied so many freaking times, and you're probably already done with it. So that's why I'll probably never release it. Also, I never went to the hassle of making an instrumental for that one, so that's actually the instrumental from the film. So I can't actually use it because of copyright. I'll have to clip that part down pretty short now that I think about it because I'll only be able to include a few segments from that. But regardless, I was pretty proud of it, actually. I thought it was one of the songs that I did where vocally I sounded mediocre, at least. So I was pretty happy with how it came out, but maybe it was a big boost to me because, you know, I had the film instrumental behind me, backing me up, which is really nice. But yeah, I was pretty proud of that one. I really wanted to release it at the time, and honestly, I don't usually say this. I'm not usually the one that picks up on trends first, but this was, honestly, I had not seen a parody of Let It Go yet. And back when I wrote this, I was like, this would be a cool song to parody. And obviously, at the time, I'm pretty sure there were some parodies already, but I hadn't seen them yet. And then obviously, going on in December and January of that year, just insanity. The parodies and they didn't stop for months. All right, let's move on. The next song I have for you is one. It's probably my number 1. Maybe no, it's my number 2. Like, I want to release this one for sure. It's an original song, and it's kind of a ballad I wrote for a video game character who I always loved, and it's just supposed to be kind of sweet, cute, kind of romantic, but it's a love song, little love ballad called "Rulers of a Star System."
She left me alone. I had nowhere to go. To the dark side, it hurt me.
It burned.
Your body is on the ground. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I spend another day without you.
Best instrumental I've ever written.
Before I say goodbye.
Anyway, so that's Rulers of a Star System. There's probably not enough info there for what I cut out for you to actually determine who it is, but it's an old game. I think it came out in like 2003. I will say between 2002 and 2005. Older game, big RPG by one of my favorite companies, and yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. My favorite things about that song is the string section. I've never been very good at writing a good bass line, a good melody. Like, that part I'm good at, I feel like. And then having a strong kind of like lower rhythm section to back it all up. I feel like that's not really my best thing. Like, so that's really what I'm most proud of with that song. I think the lyrics are like really funny too, knowing where it's coming from. So that's one I want to release at some point. And I don't know when I'm going to get it done, but it needs just the right video for it. All right, so coming up for number 3 is actually a song I did in a collaboration with my good buddy, Mr. Brandon Friesen Factor, the Friesen 14, everybody. I don't know why we never finished it. Like, we had a little trouble. I know it was discouraging. We had done the whole song, and we got to recording the last chorus, and we wanted to do this, like, harmony part for him. And it was too high for him. It was too high for me, really. And we never really got the last chorus down perfect. I think we kind of, like, we got to there, and we were just kind of like, ugh, such a drag. But it was really fun. We had, like, talked about, like, making some sort of music video together. And so, like yeah, let's do it. So we sat down. I grabbed my guitar. We stayed up most of the night, if I remember right, working on it. And I was really proud of what we came up with. And actually, I listened to it today for the first time in months. And I was kind of like, huh, you know, like, that's not bad. So, nonetheless, here we are with The Day My World Flipped Upside Down by me and Mr. Brandon Friesen.
Whoa, whoa, over the horizon, across the barren plains, there sat a village aflame. Ruthless and violent, the day our world flipped upside down. Betrayed by our own, left without a home. Oh, what we felt, our hearts would melt.
Man, I love that song, like, a lot. Like, legitimately, I'm really proud of that song. We put a lot of work into that. I ended up doing the instrumentation for it, and weirdly enough, like, I realized the vocals leave much to be desired in that song, but that's my favorite part of that song, how we did that. I really love the tag teaming of the vocals on the verses, especially. Like, he sings a line, then I come in, I'm a little bit higher than him at that same part. I just think it, like, makes a really cool dynamic, because he, like, comes in strong, and then I don't know. It's cool. I'm also a sucker for most songs with 2 singers or more. Anyways, I'm really proud of that song. I would love to get together with him, kind of clean it up a little bit. There's 2 really bad mistakes when I was recording the guitar part for it. There's 2 awful mistakes in there. One time I just hit totally the wrong chord, and then at another point I go to strum and I accidentally held the strings down and just like goes. So, but I'm really proud of that song. I think it came out excellently for the most part. It obviously needs some cleaning up, but overall the songwriting, the lyrics, I think are phenomenal. Friesen has so many good lines when we're writing that. Like, I think my favorite of them, we were trying. In the first verse, there's a line, it's over the horizons, across the barren plains, there sat our village aflame, which I think Friesen wrote that whole line. I may have done the aflame part. Maybe he wrote it all. And then I think I wrote the ruthless and violent. I wrote ruthless and violent, they came, and then I was like, I can't think of how to say it. And he's like, they came with blood, and I came with blood, and I got that part. And then he's like, they came with blood and steel, which is really creative. Like, really creative. I was looking at good words around there. I'm not entirely sure how much of that I wrote now. I feel like he wrote most of that, and I think the only part of the first verse I actually wrote was that. I think I did ruthless and violent, they came. I think I said ruthless and violent, they came wielding. I don't know, something. I think I wrote that part. I think Friesen wrote the rest of that verse, and I think he did most of the lyrics. I may have written the chorus, and the woes. I'm not going to grab credit for any part of it. I should probably stop now, because I might be totally confused who wrote what parts. Maybe I wrote the whole thing and he wasn't even involved. That's not even his voice. It's just me imitating Friesen. Whoa! Whoa! I'm sorry. That was me. Actually, he sings as well as I do on that, which isn't very well. Alright, moving on to the last one. This is probably my most excited one I want to get out, and also the one I've been given the most grief by the few friends I have showed that I need to get this out. I wrote this song way back in the day when I did my first play of a Pokemon game ever. Not just my first Let's Play, but the first time I'd ever played a Pokemon game. And I was really liking it, so I wrote this song called Pokemon My First Time. And it's this cool rock song, something I'm not really comfortable doing in all honesty. But yeah, I like it a lot. I think I would love to redo the vocals for it, as with most of my work. I think the vocals need some work. But musically, I think I like it a lot. I haven't actually listened to this since September 3rd last year. So, that's according to Media Monkey here. So, fingers crossed. I think I really like this song still. I would love to get this out someday. Love to get this out someday. It's just one of those songs, it requires a music video, I feel like, and I'm just not up to that task of creating a music video of the caliber that I want it to be at. So, without further ado, Pokemon, my first time. I forgot about the guitar part. It's my favorite part.
Friend told me, try Pokemon. It's a lot of fun. It could be the
Thanks,
one.
Rory. Good man.
And you just might fall in love. I played my first time that day, and how was I to know it changed the way? Be a better you.
Featuring Freezing Factor. And that's it, I think. Of all the songs that I've at least recorded, I have more that I've written that I've never put up, but I think of all the ones I've recorded, that is it. Those 4 that I haven't put out before. So, like I said, Pokemon 1 and Rulers of the Star System, really love to put those out. I'd really like, if Friesen was down for it, I'd really be down for working on The Day My World Flipped Upside Down, getting that sucker out too. The other one that we did a video for, which he was supposed to be in charge of. So I'm going to blame him for that project never getting done, because I never saw a video. So, but yeah, a few of those I'm proud of. Like, I'm really proud of Rulers of a Star System. That's probably, just overall quality of it. I love it a lot. I think I did a pretty good job on most of it. The Day My World Flipped Upside Down, I'm really proud of what we made together with that. Like, really cool song. All these songs are original, by the way. They're not parodies, except for the Dig a Hole is obviously a parody, Let It Go. Dig a Hole, I'm really proud of. It was a challenge for me, I think, just vocally. Just that song requires a big range. And so it was pretty hard vocally, I thought. And I think most of it came out pretty smooth, actually, after hundreds of takes. Yeah, hundreds is probably realistic, actually. Not even an exaggeration. That was a killer song. Then the Pokemon song, also really proud of. I think I did a good job with that one. It has a very video gamey vibe, which is kind of what I was going for. Kind of like old-style video game, play Pokemon. So, anyways, I'm going to leave this vlog here. I hope you all have enjoyed. How long? Holy crap, that's been 25 minutes listening to all those, but I guess they are. Some of them a bit long. But yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed this vlog. If you have, please don't forget to pound the like button down below and subscribe so you can join the team. You won't miss out on more awesome vlogs like this if I keep doing them. And just like cool stuff that's coming out. Maybe these songs coming out eventually. That's obviously a little bit down the road because it's going to take a little work to get those videos done if I do, in fact, get a chance to. A few of them, like Pokemon 1, I have no doubt eventually I'll put that out. And like Rulers of the Star System, definitely going to get that bad boy out. Oh, it's so good. I love that song. It's the only thing of mine I think I love. Like, I would like, if I could just like turn that on, if I was walking down the street, pull it on my phone, I'm like, what am I going to listen to? I'm like, oh, Rulers of a Star System. I like this song. Anyways, guys, I do hope you have enjoyed, like I said. But yeah, I will see you all in the next toggle. I need to stop with these word things. They're really not working for me. Bye, see you later!